All right, y'all, come to a comfy seat, whatever that means for you. So if it's on your heels, we're going to end up in this position in a moment. Or if you want to start in a comfy seat, I'm going to start on a pillow. And today, I've been inspired to focus on Savasana, which is our second chakra. So it's a few fingers below the navel. So I'm going to invite you guys, you can just bring pointer fingers and thumbs together, and just kind of, so the thumbs are going to come together and rest right underneath the navel. Pointer fingers meet, and we're just kind of framing that area. So the sacral chakra is called our inner dwelling place or seat of the self. This is part of our identity, especially our identity as it relates to others, which is a really interesting chakra and place to focus these days, considering our relationships with those immediately around us and with those that we are now finding ourselves distant from. But it's our creative and emotional center, obviously our sexual center, center of pleasure, all our reproductive organs are there. And also in women, it's the birthing center, so it's the womb. And so we can relate that in general to our lives as birthing a new life. And its corresponding element is water, which I think is cool because last night we had a full moon. So we've got a moon element going. And with water, of course, just going with the flow. So that's kind of what fits into this moving meditation today, is just kind of being the flow, finding what's working for you, how you can adapt to your practice, because this chakra also relates to how we find adaptability in our lives, which is a lot of what we're all doing right now, is just kind of adapting to our circumstances. So Danielle LaPorte, one of my favorite inspirational Canadians, a quote from her says, "Going with the flow is responding to cues from the universe. When you go with the flow, you're surfing life force. It's about wakeful trust and total collaboration with what's showing up for you." So I invite you today, during your practice today, to just pay attention to what's showing up for you and to flow with it. Okay, remember, water, it's formless and it's very adaptable. So bring that quality into your practice today. Okay. So I'm going to invite us just to do a little bit of breathing to activate that chakra before we get moving in our whole body. So inhale your wingspan wide, arms are going to come wide. And this is going to be a variation of breath of fire or Kapalabhati breath, but it's just a little bit more gentle. So when our arms are wide, we're going to take a nice inhale through the nose. And on an exhale, we're going to bring the arms together towards center, but the hands are not going to meet all the way. And that exhale is going to originate down here from the abdomen. So we're moderately forcefully pressing the air out as we exhale and letting the inhale be expansive and passive. Okay, so nice big inhale here with the wings wide. And exhale. The exhale can be out of the nose or out of the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to take it slow to start, and then we'll speed it up just a little bit. Keeping your attention right down there in that sacral chakra. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Into the chest, toward the center. And let's start to speed it up. Really pulling those abdominal muscles in on that exhale. And again, letting that inhale be passive. Inhale, hold arms open. Beautiful. Float the fingertips down toward the earth. Excellent. Take a moment just to close your eyes and just feel that energy moving through. Maybe shake out the hands just a little bit. Got some stuff moving through the arms, as well as here in this belly center. All right, so if you're seated in a cross leg, you can switch the cross of your legs. We're going to bring these right fingertips down to the earth. We're going to do a variation of a crescent stretch. Bring that left arm parallel with Big shoulder, palm down. Left or right fingertips are at the earth. Hips are still rooted down and level. Take a big inhale here into the chest. And then exhale. This arm is going to stay level with the chest and come toward the right. Reaching across the front body, but staying long. So those left fingertips are really reaching, right fingertips are rooting. Root back down through that left hip. Take a big inhale here. And exhale, turn the neck so you send the gaze to the left. Find a little twist there. So we're rooting down through that left hip, rooting through the right fingertips, reaching through the left fingertips. And then getting into the right side of that neck as we gaze left. Chin is still level with the chest. And just breathe here. You can even find some circles in that left hand if you like. Then re-energize and reach. And bring the gaze forward. Then bring that arm up. It's going to be long, extension of that left side. So we're not bending over, making it a crescent shape. We're inhaling to reach. And then exhaling, maybe bending into that right elbow to find this crescent shape with the entire body. Nice. Continuing to breathe. Bringing the breath in and out of the nose. Inhale to center, both arms exalt. Nice big inhale here. Exhale, left fingertips float down. And then right arm palm down comes level with the shoulder. Inhale here. And exhale to bring that right arm across the chest. Reaching those fingertips left. Feel that twist at the bottom of the rib cage. Hip points are still straight. And again, sits bones are rooting down into the earth. Big inhale here. And exhale, send the gaze to the right. Bringing that twist into the neck. And each inhale reaching, each exhale rooting. Finding some space and expansion. Finding some strength and groundedness. Inhale, gaze to center. And then inhale that right arm up. Again, keeping it long, extension of that right side. Really reach those fingertips. And exhale. Maybe bend that left elbow. Find a little bit more compression. Gaze can also come to the sky here. Root down through that right hip bone. Inhale back to center. Arms both come up. Beautiful. Exhale, both hands in front of you. Uncross the legs. Release the feet, and now we're going to come on to hips to heels. So Vajrasana, thunderbolt pose. Starting with hands on the thighs. We're going to press firmly into the tops of the feet and inhale here. Come up onto the knees. Flowing here with the breath, reaching with the fingertips. Engage those glutes, maybe a slight back bend, but not too much here. We're just warming up. Biceps by the ears. And exhaling back down. Fingertips maybe graze the earth and go all the way behind you. So we're going to flow with this just like that. Gorgeous people. Inhale. And reach. Beautiful. Exhale, come down. Really keeping some pressure in the tops of those feet so we stay rooted. And then we're flowing here with the breath. Find your water element. Nice. Exhaling down. Awesome. Inhale up. This time we're going to pause. I'm just going to turn so you can see what we're going to do here. Exhale, hands to heart. We'll take it slow. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to hinge at the knees. Spine stays long. Hip flexors long. We're just leaning back, engaging all of this in the front. Press firmly into the tops of those feet. Come back up, exalt. And exhale, we're going to fold all the way over. Find a momentary balasana. Arms extended. Big inhale here. Exhale to slide the hands back toward the hips and all the way back to the feet. So arms are extended behind, palms come up toward the sky, forehead kisses the mat. Let your hands find either the outside or inside of the heels. Just depends on what feels best for you here. We're going to inhale to lift the hips while we're holding those heels or inner ankles. Nose and forehead are coming toward the knees, crown of the head comes toward the earth. If the crown of the head touches the earth, it's very light, only as if you had a palm on top of your head. We're not putting any weight or pressure on the head, so we don't want to compress the neck. What we're going for is this nice rounding in the spine. This is rabbit pose. So hips are lifting. Maybe use those hands on the heels to press the heels into the hands. Hands provide some resistance. And on an exhale, hips come down. Release the arms, they come forward. Inhale back up to the knees. So we're going to put that all together. Inhale through the fingertips. Exhale, hands down to heart. Inhale here. Exhale, lean back. Hinge. Feel that strength. Excellent. Inhale back up. Exhale, Balasana. Arms go behind. Forehead kisses the mat. Find the heels. Inhale, lift the hips, round the back. Forehead comes toward the earth. On an exhale, hips go down. Hands come forward. Inhale, back up to the knees. Exhale, hands to heart, and this time one movement back. Inhale, back up. Feel that in the quads. Nice and strong, getting open in that front chakra. Exhale, bow down, Balasana. Hands go all the way back. Find the heels. Inhale up, round the back, rabbit. Exhale, hips to heels. Lift the torso, lift the arms. Inhale back up to the knees. One more, reach. Exhale, hands come down to heart center and lean back. Feel it in the quads. I'm going to challenge us to stay here this time just for a couple rounds of breath. See if you can do it. Press firmly into the tops of those feet. Inhale, lift the hips and the heart. Just for 3, 2, 1. Release, come up, exalt, and exhale. This time just float down into Balasana. Pause there. Maybe open the knees, big toes can stay together. Find a nice wide-legged Balasana here for a moment. Just find some release. Arms can be fully extended, or maybe just like that yoni mudra we started with, you can bring thumbs and pointer fingers together, palms down on the earth. Pause here and breathe. Feel that moving through you. Big inhale here at center. Exhale, walk the hands left. Plant the left hand, right hand on top. Inhale to extend through the fingers and the arms. Exhale, press that left or right hip down toward right heel. Relax the head down. Maybe the forehead comes all the way to the earth. Maybe it just comes to the forearms. Just see if you can get the neck long. Inhale to flow through center. Find some length. Keep that length. Exhale, walk hands right. Plant right hand, left hand on top. Inhale and exhale, relax into it. Good diagonal stretch from fingertips to hip. Inhale, come back through center. Plant the hands. Bring the knees together. We're going to find our tabletop. Tap out the knees a little bit. In fact, we've had quite a lot of ankle extension. So go ahead and tuck all 10 toes and send the hips back and forth just a little bit. Get a good flex in the ankles. Good stretch on the undersides of the feet. Wrists are underneath the shoulders. You can keep the toes tucked if that feels good, or bring the tops of the feet back to the earth. Wrists are underneath the shoulders, wrist creases parallel with the front edge of the mat. Knees are underneath the hips. Just inhale through the crown, exhale through the tail. Again, pulling those abdomen muscles in, getting nice and strong in the core. And just breathing here and finding your strength in your foundation. Inhale, and we're going to keep the knees and the shins right where they are, and we're just going to exhale. We're going to walk the hands toward the left. So we're just finding a little twist in the body, all 10 fingertips facing away from the body. Inhale, flow through center. You can go hand over hand. We're going to go all the way to the right. Plant those hands. And do that one more time. Get an opposite stretch in the wrist. So inhale back through center through your neutral tabletop. Walk those hands all the way to the left. Once we're there, if it feels accessible in your wrists, we're going to turn all 10 fingertips toward the body, toward the torso. Get a nice stretch there. Also getting a C stretch in the body and in the torso here. Walk them back to the right. Same wrist stretch. And turn all 10 fingertips back toward the body. Plant the palms. Press through the base of the palms. If you can get a good stretch on the inside of the arms, inside of the elbows. Feel it in the forearms. Inhale back through center. Excellent. Find that tabletop. Inhale to cow. Take that movement all the way to the top of the breath. Exhale, cat. And just flow through this. You can find your water element right here. We're definitely activating that second chakra, opening up all the front body here. Inhaling to cow and exhaling to cat. Find a couple more rounds of that with your own breath. Nice equal inhales and exhales. And then we're going to meet in center. We're going to do kind of a modified sunbird. We're going to be nice and gentle in this flow. We're going to inhale to slide the right fingertips forward, come to the ball of the left foot, and slide the ball of the left foot back. So everything's still in contact with the earth. Ball of the foot, the toes, and the fingertips. And then we just bring it back in. Then same thing, left hand, right leg. Left fingertips tented on the tips of those right toes, ball of the right foot. Nice stretch in that whole front body. And bring it back in. Inhale, lengthen, right arm, left leg. Pause there. Give a little pressure to all the fingertips and the toes. Dial down that left hip if you feel like it's creeping open. We want both those hip points still facing the earth. And bring it back in. Inhale, left fingertips, right toes. So again, right here is where you find your flow. So use the breath to inhale and find length. Keep it gentle. Then exhale to bring it back in and inhale to the other side. Just take that for a few moments. Working with the flow of your own breath in your own body, adapting to its needs. And then coming back to center, find another round of cat and cow. Come back to tabletop. And this time we are going to lift this right leg. So just send it back first to start. Find the ball of the foot, press through that heel. Keep equal weight in both hands. Inhale to lift that right leg straight. We're pressing through the heel so we stay nice and active, protect those joints. Both hip points level. And we're going to exhale. We're going to take this right leg over the left calf. We're going to send the gaze back to meet those toes, and it's just going to touch down lightly. And then we're going to inhale it back through center. And it just stays level with the hips, so it's not too high. We don't want it way up here. We're just, that leg is level with the body. Inhaling here. Exhale, gaze and leg go left. Just touch it gently and inhale back to center. Exhale, send it over. Let the gaze follow, look at those toes. Inhale back to center. We're nice and strong in both hands and in the top of that left foot and that left knee. And just find a couple slow, measured, flowing movements. You should start to feel that potentially even in the back of that left hamstring, as well as the right leg, and the core and the glutes. This is a good one. Inhale back to center. Hold that leg long. Some nice weight in the right hand. Inhale, lift the left arm up, palm toward the midline. Keep everything lifted. On an exhale, pull that belly button to spine. See if you can get a little bit higher in that torso. Reaching forward. And exhale, hand and knee come down, hips go back to Balasana. You can tent the fingertips, rock the hips. Maybe find some hip circles or flex and extend the fingers for a little relief there. And inhaling back up to your tabletop. And this time left leg goes out. Find the ball of the foot, press through, find that good stretch. Engage the arms and the torso. Engage the top of that right foot. And inhale, left leg comes up. Begin level with the hips, press through that heel. Big inhale here in center. And exhale, gaze and left leg go over to the right. Touch down, inhale back to center. Find your flow, find your breath. So you're inhaling to center and exhaling as we crunch to the side. See where you feel that stretch. See where you find some space, maybe where you're finding strength. Send the breath there. Inhale, next time that left leg is back here, pause, press through that heel, left hip point dials down. Inhale, right arm up, full sunbird, reach, find some length here. You can find your strength, lift up in that torso, torso strong. Exhale, hand and knee comes down, back to Balasana. Find a moment of fluidity here. Keep those hands planted. We're going to inhale and bring the heart toward that left wrist, and then over to the right wrist, and exhale, hips down toward right heel, sweeping over toward the left heel. Finding some hip circles here. Inhaling as we come forward, and exhaling as the hips come back and around. Again, make this a moving meditation. You're moving with the breath. You're honoring the body. If there's anywhere that feels particularly good, you can pause there. Sink into that stretch. Hip circles can be big or small. Next time those hips are back, hips are back at the heels, pause there, feel that length, and then inhale counterclockwise. Find those circles in the opposite direction. Next time you're forward, pause, reestablish your tabletop. We're going to come down to forearms. Elbows are right underneath the shoulders, hips are still high. I'm going to send this right leg behind us, find the ball of the foot. Send the left leg back, forearm plank. We'll just be here for a moment. Find your strength. Knees come down, tops of the feet come down. Bring that pelvis and sacral chakra down to the earth. Inhale, heart forward. Need to adjust the arms just a little bit once you're there. Please do. We don't want to be all scrunched up. We want those elbows underneath the shoulders. Heart's free. Chin is in at the chest, reaching through the crown of the head. Just feel that second chakra, that sacral chakra in contact with the earth here. Pointing through the toes, finding length in the spine. Lower back should feel broad, no pinching there. Just find your breath. Big inhale, lift the sternum. Exhale, forward comes down to the mat. Slide your hands back underneath your shoulders. Press yourself back up to a tabletop. Excellent. So we're going to engage that abdomen a little bit more here. Big inhale here. Nice and firm in the hands. On an exhale, press into the tops of the feet. Lift the knees and the shins. Breathing here is kind of almost a modified up dog as well, which we may find ourselves in a moment. Just breathing here. Feel where that engages. It's going to get right in that abdomen. Start activating that core. Knees come down, tuck the toes, press the heels back, plank. Can always keep the knees down. Staying strong here, claw the mat with those fingertips, press into the base of the knuckle and base of the palm. Knees come down, tops of the feet find the earth, elbows stay close into the body. We're going to bend at the elbows, bring the entire front body down at once. Chin finds the mat. Inhale, baby cobra. Reach with the heart. Exhale, forehead comes down, kisses the mat. Inhale here. Exhale, press yourself back up to a tabletop position. Nice. Tuck those toes, plank. Beautiful. How's that feel? Stay right here, be strong. We're just gonna do like 10 more of those, okay? Just kidding. Just a couple more, okay? So stay engaged, modify as you need to, take a rest or building strength right there in that core. Again, honoring that second chakra, honoring this water element and flowing. Okay, so bring the knees down, tops of the feet down, pressing the tops of the feet, lift the knees and the shins. Keep breathing. Knees come down. We're gonna bend at the elbows, whole front body finds the mat. Chin touches down. Inhale, heart forward. Let's bring the arms back behind us. So just like in a low locust. So arms reaching back, fingers reaching toward the toes, palms toward the earth. Reflex and extend the fingers. Gives a good little relief here. I know we're doing a lot of weight bearing on those wrists. I'm gonna move away from that in a minute. Hands right underneath the chest. Inhale, press, bring the whole body up. Nice. Tuck all 10 toes, send your hips back. Find a little tuck-toed balasana here. And breathe. And in your own time, when you are ready, you're going to press into the feet, lift the hips. Find your down dog. So walk it out. Feet are hip width distance apart. Hands are or arms are right outside of the shoulders. So feet are behind the hands. Making a pyramid shape with the body here, but walking it out. As much bend in the knees as you need to keep that spine long. Okay, so biceps between the ears, head and heart melting for the earth. Gaze back between the feet, shins or thighs. And once that feels good, arms are rooted, then you can try and reach the heels toward the mat, just as an energy, if not as a reality. You don't need to actually meet it. Inhale to bring the gaze up. Walk the feet, just on the balls of the feet, little tippy toes, all the way to the hands. Plant those feet in your Tadasana stance and inhale to halfway. Then exhale, fold. Again, as much bend in the knees as you need to so your fingertips can find the earth. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. One more just like that. Inhale. Exhale, fold. This time root into the feet and inhale to rise. Lead with the head and the heart. Long, straight back, nice and strong. Reverse swan dive. Hands meet at the top. And exhale to heart center. Here we are. Beautiful. Pause here. You can close the eyes. Hands or gaze can go soft. But don't get soft. Be soft inside. We're going to be strong in our bones, strong in our muscles. Press firmly into those feet. Engage the quads. Engage the glutes. Root down through the sacrum. Spine is long. Belly's in. Chest lifted. And we're breathing. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Root and rise all the way up. Hands meet. And exhale to heart center. Two more like that. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Root and rise. Take this next one on your own. We'll meet back here in Tadasana. Find your flow, be the flow. Forget what you're doing, make it up. Move how your body wants you to move. Beautiful. So we're going to flow and honor that water element in that full moon. We're going to do a little Chandra Namaskar today rather than Surya Namaskar. Okay, so a moon salutation. So inhale, arms up through the midline. And then we're going to exhale, we're going to take a nice big step to the right. We're going to end in a goddess pose. We're going to come to goddess pose, heels are in, palms up toward the sky. I know this brings you guys sideways, so if you need to face me or face the screen, otherwise I'll try and cue it correctly or clearly enough so you can follow along. So here we are in goddess pose, toes are pointed out just slightly, knees are bent, sacrum moving down, palms toward the sky and receiving. And then inhale, straighten the legs, straighten the arms, palms come down toward the earth, all 10 toes come forward toward the edge of the mat. This left foot is going to stay parallel with the front edge of the mat. And those right toes are going to pivot out so they face the back edge of the mat. Okay, so warrior two, or we're coming into Trikonasana. So got triangle legs, press firmly into the feet, pull that mat apart. Big inhale here, and exhale to reach with that right arm. Tick-tock that body over to the side, and then bring that right hand down to the earth, the shin, the ankle. Left arm goes up nice and long here. Breathing in this Trikonasana. Beautiful front and back body meeting like we're between two panes of glass. And then exhale to close the body. Left hand comes down, so both hands are framing that right foot. Pivot on the back of that left foot. Bring the left knee down. Right knee bends. Top of the left foot finds the mat. Then we're going to come up in our low lunge. So inhale to exalt. Breathing here. Reaching, front shin perpendicular to the mat, knee right over the ankle. Inhaling to reach. Exhale, maybe coming a little bit further forward, getting into those left hip flexors. Exhale, bring both hands down. They're going to come to the inside of that right foot. And then we're going to extend the left leg as we walk those hands to the left. We're going to come into a side lunge. So that right knee is bent, we're either on the sole of the foot or on the ball of that right foot. Left leg is extended. If the sole of the foot can still be on the earth, awesome. If you need to, like me, bring that heel rooted down and those left toes up, you can do that. I'm going to breathe right here. And then we're going to Skandasana over. We're going to bring our lunge over to the left side. So bending into that left knee, extending that right leg, heel is rooted, toes are coming up. Beautiful. Then we're going to walk the hands so they frame that front foot. Come onto the ball of the right foot. So we're in this crescent lunge, right back facing the front of the mat. Right knee comes down. Right toes point back. Press firmly into that left heel and inhale, exalt, Anjaneyasana. Here we are again. Hi. Beautiful. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold over this foot. Tuck those back toes. Come up into the crescent lunge for just a second and then plant that back heel. So find those Trikonasana legs again. So back foot, that right foot now is parallel with the back edge of the mat. Gonna straighten into this front leg. Left hand can find either the earth, the shin, or the ankle. Then inhale, right arm up, Trikonasana. Find the breath. All right, on a big inhale, we're going to come on up into 5-pointed star. So inhale like someone's pulling you up. Stay firm in that front foot. Come on up, all 10 toes, point toward the edge of the mat. Big inhale here. Exhale, heels come in, arms come in. Palms up toward the sky, elbows toward the waist. Savasana. And then straighten the legs. Come back through 5-pointed star. Face the front of the mat. Step to the front of your mat. Boom. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Root and rise. Hands come down to heart center. Find your breath here. Feel your heart. Maybe take a moment. Again, thumbs and pointer fingers touch and frame that second chakra. Inhale, arms up through the midline. Okay, same flow. We're just going to get the other side. Exhale, this time we're going to step this left foot wide. Facing the other direction of the mat this time. Heels come in, elbows come in, palms toward the sky, root down through the sacrum. Goddess pose, Savasana. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Edge of the right foot parallel with the right edge of that mat. Turn the left toes toward the back edge of the mat. Tick-tock that body, reach with those left fingertips. And here we go. Exhale, right arm goes up. Left hand comes down to the ankle or the shin. Gaze can be at the earth if you need a little bit more grounding, or it can come up toward that right thumb. Inhale to reach through the crown. Exhale, press through the back edge of that right foot. Nice and firm here. And on an exhale, come down. Right hand comes down. Both hands come down to frame that left foot. Find your crescent lunge. Take a good breath here. Exhale, right knee down, top of that right foot down. Press firmly through the heel of that left foot. Engage the glute and inhale, arms up, Ardha Navasana. Breathe here in this low lunge. Find space in the heart, length in the side body. And exhale, hands come down on the inside of that left foot. Going to start to walk the hands to the right. So keep that left knee bent. Find that side lunge here, Skandasana. Root into that right heel or plant the sole of the foot. Fingertips are still on the earth. If you want to test your balance, you can try and bring your hands to your heart. Lift the chest. And then we're going to side lunge. We're going to Skandasana over to the right side. Bend into that right knee. Lengthen that left leg. Inhale here. And then walk hands to the front to frame that front foot. Find your runner's lunge. Pivot on that back foot. Left knee comes down. Find the top of the foot. Inhale, Ardha Navasana. Exhale, hands down on either side of the right foot. Tuck the left toes. Step on up. Again, find your Trikonasana feet. So that back foot is parallel with the back edge of the mat. Straighten into this front leg. Hand finds the shin or the ankle. Inhale, left arm up. And breathe. Find your length. Find your strength. Front and back core meeting right here in the center. But all parts of your body extending beyond your physical being. All those energetic parts reaching. Big inhale. Exhale, bring it down over that front foot. Nice. Or actually, I lie. We're going to come all the way up. Come back up into that 5-star. Pivot the heels in and exhale back down to Goddess. Elbows come in, palms come up. And then stand back up, 5-star. And step on up to the front edge of your mat. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold. Inhale halfway. Exhale, fold. Keep a juicy bend in those knees. Feet are parallel. Belly's touching the thighs. Inhale, arms up, Utkatasana. Fierce and powerful pose. Rock on those feet a little bit. Want to stay rooted in the base of the big toe. But weight really comes into those heels. Root down through those heels. Should be able to lift all 10 toes here. You might want to try that. Hips are low, heart's lifted. Arms long. Exhale, hands to heart. I'm going to stay down low here and just step back with the right foot. Crescent lunge. That back knee can come down if you're feeling that's what you need. Okay. We're going to inhale, arms up. Nice. We're just going to circle them around. So exhale, arms are going to come forward, then down by the hips, and then back up. Nice. So inhale here. Exhale, find these circles. Circles are coming forward. And then we're ending in an exalt. Beautiful. Press into the front of that heel. I know you're probably feeling this in your muscles. It's okay. Stick with it. Pause here. Hands come to heart. Excellent work. Bend into that right knee. Launch forward. Feet meet. Inhale, arms up. Gorgeous. Exhale, fold. Inhale, find length. Exhale, pull that belly in, find space. Root into the feet and rise. And exhale, sit back down into Utkatasana. Hands come down to heart center. Root firmly into that right foot. Keep the knee bent. Step back with the left. Crescent lunge. Nice. Inhale, arms up to exalt. This time, we're going to bring those arms down toward our sides, all the way down, and then inhale forward. So opposite direction of those circles. Beautiful. Just flow with the breath. Flow the arms with the breath. So you can get 2 more big circles. Stay firm in that front foot. This is where the yoga happens. Stay committed, dedicated. 1 more big circle. Inhale, arms up. Take a nice little bend in that left knee. Launch forward so it meets the right. Ooh, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend, bend, bend in the knees. Come all the way down to the booty. Woo-hoo. Legs out in front, find Dandasana. Move the flesh out of the way. Really root down, press through the heels, fan the toes, pulling back toward the heart. Hands on top of the thighs. Contract the thighs or the quads. Press them into the hands. Hands press back into the thighs, lift the chest. Chin is still down though over the chest, not lifting up. Spine or neck is nice and long. And bend those knees, let the feet find the earth. Hands can come behind the thighs or right behind the knees. Inhale to lift the chest, and exhale to lift the legs, both shins parallel with the earth. And Ardha Navasana here. You can stay supported. You can bring your hands behind the hips, or you can test your strength there in the abdomen. Bring your arms out level with the shins. Keep breathing. Extend the legs if you want. Maybe extend the arms. And then start to come down to the earth. Take everything slow. Take it as slowly as possible when you're almost there, so you can hover everything above the ground for just a count of 3, 2, 1. Inhale everything down. Arms come up overhead. Reach through the fingertips and the toes. Find a little kitty stretch. Really move the way your body wants to move. Again, make it fluid. Big inhale here. Exhale. Thighs come to belly. Knees toward the chest. Then exhale to float the feet down to the earth. Beauteous. Walk the shoulder blades in to support the back of the heart. Hands down at your sides, palms down for support. And across this right ankle over the top of the left knee. Press that knee away. You can use the hand if you want to get a little bit of extra press there, or externally rotate that upper thigh. You can even take your fist, give that IT band or outer thigh just a little tapping. Just breathe here, heart's nice and open. So you get these final stretches in the lower body. Just let the breath move through you. Then thread it through and grab the back of that left thigh. Keep the knee bent to start and just pull that left knee in. Maybe find some free movement, rock side to side, those hips. You can even find some circles in that left hip. And then inhale, lengthen the left leg. Point and flex the toes or find some circles in that ankle. And really press through that left heel. Release with the hands, bring the hands back to your sides, palms down. And then keeping the cross of this leg here. Big inhale into the chest. Exhale, pull in those abdominal muscles and float this left leg down. Right leg is still crossed over, just floating it down nice and gentle. Beautiful, beautiful. Once that left heel finds the mat, pull the toes back, keep that leg engaged, and let that right groin open gently. The knee does not have to meet the earth, but it's just kind of dropping down toward the earth a little bit. Finding rotation, the external rotation still in that thigh, maybe a little bit more of a stretch. Now uncross the legs, send it long. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, both knees to chest. Exhale, both feet down. This time, left ankle over right knee. Press that hip away, press the knee open. Thread it through, grab the back of that right thigh. And you can find your free movement here. Maybe pull that knee in, find some circles. And finding your flow, what's flowing in your body right now feels good. As we come down out of our practice. And then release the thigh, hands come down, exhale, press through that right heel, lengthen the leg. Right foot toward the sky, both feet are still active. Big inhale into the chest, exhale, draw that belly in toward the spine and float the right leg down. Again, keeping the cross, that left ankle over the right knee, bringing it all the way down. Actively pressing through the right heel as you relax the left groins. And breathe fully into the front body. And cross the legs. Both legs go long. Then we're going to shimmy the hips side to side. We're going to bring both hands underneath. So that same yoni mudra. So pointer fingers and thumbs meet. Palms are kind of like right on each cheek. And that shape made by the pointer fingers and the thumbs are framing the sacrum, providing some good support there. And then we're going to walk the arms back in toward the body. So we're finding the forearms and elbows are finding the ground. I'm going to point through the toes. And as we inhale, we're going to press into the elbows and the forearms. We're going to lift the chest and the head's going to go back. So we're staying long. We're finding fish pose. Any amount. A lot of pressure in those elbows, so there's no pressure on the neck. If you're finding there's any pressure in the neck, Then don't go too far, come out of it. But if you can continue to lift that front body, lift the chest, press through the hands, press through the elbows and the forearms, and lift the chest, maybe you'll find the top of the head. Same amount of weight here in the top of the head as we had in rabbit. So only as if there was a palm gently resting on your crown. So there's no pressure on the neck. Throat's open, whole front body open. Every chakra here. Fish pose. And breathing. And then exhaling, come out of it very slowly. Chin comes back to chest. Back of the head finds the mat. Release the arms. Inhale, arms overhead. Nice. And just exhale, arms down by your sides. Legs stay long. Bend the knees. Think we've got time. Yep, excellent. Time for a good supine twist here. Walk the shoulder blades back underneath the body. Let's cross this right leg over the left. So eagle legs here. If, you're one of the awesome people that can get your right toes behind that left calf, I dare you. Otherwise, just cross those thighs. Inhale into the chest here. And exhale, let those knees fall left. Shoulders stay rooted and grounded with the earth, and gaze can go right. Once your movement is stopped and you're in the twist, the maximum expression of this twist for you, you can bring those palms up toward the sky. Noticing the breath is soft, moving through you gently. Inhale, bring everything back to center. Uncross the legs, press into the feet, and press the sacrum down toward the heels to lengthen the spine before you cross the left leg over the right. And then on an exhale, let those knees drop right, gaze left. Inhale back through center. Uncross the legs, walk the heels back in. Let's take a quick bridge before we lay out in Savasana. So feet and thighs are parallel. Sacrum, maybe lift the hips just a little bit. Find that tilt, press the sacrum down toward the heels and bring the lower back to the earth. Palms right at your sides, or arms right at your sides, palms down. On an exhale, press into the heels, lift the hips. This doesn't need to be a really strong expression of this pose unless you're feeling it. Just lift the hips just a little bit. Most important is that the hips stay level and that all this musculature around the second chakra and around the hips are engaged. So we're pressing into the heels and pulling them back toward the hips as we lift the hips. Inner thighs are coming together as the knees press forward. Neck is long and unmoving. Shoulder blades are locked back in to support the heart. And if you want to find a clasp with the hands, get the shoulders involved. You can interlace the fingers underneath. Lock the shoulder blades in, press into the triceps, lift the hips a little bit more, and pull the knuckles down toward the heels. Release the clasp. Hands to your sides. Now instead of laying the spine down like a string of pearls, we're going to lead with the hips and bring the entire spinal column down at once. So exhale and bring it all down. Nice and strong. Inhale here and exhale, knees to chest. Hug it in. Bring your forehead and your nose in toward the knees. Nice compression here of everything. Last final squeeze. All that lymph and blood and oxygen. Everything in the organs and moving through your body. And then release, slowly unfurling. The flower, star. Arms come out to the side. Heels come to each edge of the mat. Inner ankles open to the sky. Palms open to the sky. Heart, everything open. So we lay here for our final resting pose. Lying in Savasana. Eyes closed. Breath soft. Again, allowing the breath to happen to you. No effort here to control it or even observe it. Letting everything go as your practice integrates into your body. Just be here for a couple of minutes. I'll cue you when it's time to go out. Allow yourself this rest. Just sink and feel supported. Without any movement, just bring your attention to that second chakra. Breathe into it. And then on an exhale, bring both hands back to it. And pointer fingers and thumbs meeting, framing that area. Learning yourself, your creativity, your expression, your emotions, your adaptability. And on an exhale, just bend the knees, bring the feet to the earth. Establish yourself right now. Maybe rock the knees back and forth just slightly. Then on an exhale, roll toward the front of your mat. Make a pillow with the arm. Let's take a moment here to gather up your practice. Take with you what you need off the mat. And in your own time, gently press yourself up to a seat. Find a comfortable seat, same seat you began in or whatever's calling you right now. And hands come to the heart. Eyes closed or gaze soft. I just want to remind us about water, and then I've got a great quote by Bruce Lee, of course, who said, "Empty your mind, be formless, shapeless, like water. You put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. You put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. You put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now, water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend." Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.